Okay, sir.
I'm starting the recording also.
Okay, sir.
Wait for a few minutes. The other people are joining.
Okay, sir. ఇప్పటి వరకు 39
They will be joining. They will be joining. Okay, I'm muting myself, sir.
ఓకే సార్. నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసేటప్పుడు మీకు కాల్ చేస్తాను, అప్పుడు రికార్డింగ్. Good morning, students. Once again, welcome to the course Python. Today we are going to discuss about a topic in Python called string handling. You know what is a string? A string is collection of characters. In C language also we have discussed about strings. String is a collection of characters. There we are using the data type called char, and each and every string in C language is terminated with /0. But in Python it is not the case. There is no /0 character here. And as in previous programming languages like C language and Java language, all the strings are indexes starting from the 0. See here I am taking one string called of 6 characters. By default, the first character index is 0, next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the length of the string is 6, the index of the last character is 5. And in addition to the indexing, and there is negative indexing is also allowed in Python, and negative indexing starts from the ending of the string. See that The last character is having the index -1, and the previous character is having the index -2. Like this, it starts from -1 to the up to the beginning of the string, this one. So these are the basic things that we need to know in strings. Now see that these are the different kinds of operators. One second. Am I audible to everybody? Okay, then I'll continue with my presentation. See that these are the string operators, and plus is a concatenation operator, and which is used to concatenate two strings. That means we are going to discuss about all these things with the help of an examples. Just I am going to explain what are all the different things are available in the strings. And plus operator is there in C language as well as in Java language also. And there is another operator, star operator, or it is called as asterisk. And earlier we used this star in C language for the purpose of pointers. But here we can also use this for different purpose in strings in Python language, and which is used to create multiple copies of the string. And there is another operator called in and not in operator. And I'll be telling you these two things with the help of an examples, but for the time being, in is used to check whether a substring is available in the main string or not. If the substring is available in the main string, the in will returns true. And if it is not available, then in will returns false. The not in is the vice versa. The not in will returns true if the substring is not there in the main string. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to discuss all these things with the examples. Next, these are the some of the built-in functions in strings. You see the last function str. The purpose of str is to uh, everything in Python is in the form of an object. If you want to convert an object into a string, for that you are using this str method. And you see the another method called length. Length method is used to return the number of characters that are present in the string. Similar to this, we have one function in C language, strlen. Strlen function is used to returns the number of characters in the given string. And chr. The purpose of chr is to convert an integer into the character. And ord function is used to convert a character to the integer. So if I tell you all these things with the help of an examples, you will be feeling more comfortable. I'll show you in 2 minutes. These are the another set of functions. All these functions can be used with the strings. Just have a look at this. Capitalize. The purpose of this method is to simply convert a first alphabet in a given string into the capital letter. It is only the first alphabet in a given string. Count is used to specify how many number of occurrences of a particular string in the main string. So instead of telling all these things in theoretical form, I'm going to show you all these things with the help of an examples. Let me start with the help of, I'm going to show you all these things with the help of Jupyter Notebook. If you remember, in the first class of Python, I have shown you uh, different way environment for executing the Python programs, and one of them is Jupyter Notebook. And see this. This is the Jupyter Notebook. I told you you can get the Jupyter Notebook in two ways. One is you can install Anaconda software into your systems, there you can find one of the tool called Jupyter Notebook. Otherwise, if you have the browser, you can directly search for Jupyter Notebook online. There also you can directly get this. I think this is the environment, and see this, these everything will be there in the form of a cells, and each and every cell you can write a piece of code and you can execute. So I would like to tell you all these things. I think you might have seen such kind of examples earlier while discussing with lists. In the list, you can perform the indexing, slicing. Similarly, the same operations can also be performed by using the list strings. See that I am going to execute each and every cell. After executing the cell, the output you are going to get at the bottom of the cell. Let me start. I am taking one string uh, s is the variable, and there I am storing one string value that is called as Vishakhapatnam. Now I am executing this by clicking on this run. Here I am not printing anything. That is the reason I did not get any output. Now I am executing the second cell. What it is displaying s of 1. I have already shown you in the first slide today, all the strings indexes starts from 0. So s of 1 means s of 0 is v and s of 1 is I. So here I am printing the s of 1. If I click on this, see the output. Next, similarly, len of s. I told you in the string built-in functions, len is one function which is used to find out length of the string. What is the length of the string? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So s of, length of s will gives you 13 minus 1, 12. That means s of 12. So if the length of the string is 13, the indexes are from 0 to 12. So s of length of s minus 1 will gives you the last character, that is m. That means s of 12 equal to m. I'm running this, right? And can you guess what is s of minus 1? Can anybody write in your chart what would be the output of s of minus 1? Yeah, thank you. Sufficient, sufficient. Many people are responding. Uh, Look at this, s of minus 1. Can you guess what is this value? S of minus of length of s. Length of s just now we have seen is 13 and s of minus 13. That means the last index is negative index. If you follow, m is negative index minus 1, a is minus 2, like this, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. If you reach to the last one, then this is minus 13, right? S of minus length of s will gives you v. Now this is called slicing operation. You have already seen this in lists. What is the meaning of this? You are starting from the second index up to you are going to the fifth index. I think you know the first index is inclusive and the second index is exclusive. That means what are the indexes that will be included? 2, 3 and 4. 5 won't be included. Now see that what are the characters present from 2 to 4? 0 is V, I is 1, S is 2, A is 3, K is 4. That means you will be getting the output SAK. From 2 to 4 you are getting. Are you understanding? Okay. Now coming to this. What is the meaning of this? If you have not specified the beginning index, by default it is 0. And starting index is 0 and the next index is 4. That means 0, 1, 2, 3. How many characters you will be getting? 4 characters starting from 0. V, I, S, A. So 0, 1, 2, 3. The first 4 index characters you'll be getting. I'm running this. Look at this. Next, similar to that, we are starting from the second index onwards till the length of the string. The length of the string is 13. 2 to 13. That means starting from the index 2 up to the index 12. Why? Because 13 means 13 won't be included here up to 12. So the output you will be getting like this. The first 2 characters won't be there. Why? Because those are 0 and 1 VI. The remaining part of the string you'll be getting like this. Now, can you guess this one? -5 to -2. You write that string on a piece of paper and see the indexing and tell me what would be the output. -5 to -2. ATN PAT. How many characters you will be getting? -5, -4 and -3. -2 you won't get. Right? Let me check. Okay. And see the another one. Previously in the indexing, we have specified only the first part and second part. That means it is the beginning index and the second one is the last index or the up to which index. What is this one? The third one, this is called as a step. Previously by default, the step is incremented by 1. But this time you can also specify the step. You are starting from 0 and you are reaching up to the 6th index. That means you are going from 0 to 5 without including the 6th one. Now first 0, next you have to increment the step by 2. After 0 you should not get 1, you should get 2. After 2 you should get 4, not 3. That means what are the indexes you are going to get here? 0, after that 2, after that 4. Then the characters at 0 index, second index and fourth index you will be getting. Can you guess what would be the output? For this, not IAH. 0th index will be included. V, I will be omitted. A will be omitted. K. Look at this. Did you understand? 0th index is V. I is the first index that is omitted. Second index is S. Third index is omitted. K is the fourth index. VSK. Similarly, can you guess this one? Yeah, you are starting from the first index. I is the first index. Next one is the third index. Next one is the third index. The next one is fifth index. Yeah, IAH. Okay. And sorry. Can you guess the output of this one? Observe clearly. Previously, we have worked with the one string variable S. There we have the string value as Vishakhapatnam. Now I am taking one more string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the form of a string. These are not the numbers. This is a string that is represented within the single quotes. And in the previous slide, I have shown you plus operator and star operator. Plus operator is used to concatenate the strings. That means if you have two strings, by combining two strings, if you want to make one string, then you have to use the plus operator. And the star operator you are using to perform the multiple copies. Now here the string is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which consisting of 5 characters. How many copies we are going to create? 5 copies. That means 1 2 3 4 5, this is one copy, another copy 1 2 3 4 5, another copy 1 2 3 4 5, like this you are going to get 5 copies of the string 1 2 3 4 5. Look at this, I'm executing this, but for this you won't get any output. Now I want to see the contents of S1. Now I am executing the S1. Look at this, the string is displayed multiple times, multiple copies of the same string. How many times? 5 times. 1 2 3 4 5, one time, second time, and third time, this is fourth time, and this is fifth time, and entire thing will be represented in the string. Now what is S1? S1 is a string which consisting of how many characters? 25 characters. So 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, this is the entire string. Okay, now look at this. Again I am performing the slice operation. So the colon symbol is used. What are the different parts of this slice operation? The first index here is the beginning index. After that colon symbol. After that the next index. Again colon symbol. Again step. See, I'll write the syntax here. Hash is used to specify the comment lines. Now suppose it is a string of beginning index colon the last index next step. This is the syntax for slice operation. Here if you see the beginning index I have not specified, and the last index also I have not specified, but the step I have specified as 5, and I am taking from which string? S1. What is S1 here? This is the S1. Now the meaning of this one is you have to start from the beginning of the string because you have not specified the starting index, and up to you have to go to the last index. Why? Because you have not specified any last index, you have to go till the end of the string. Now what is the step here? 5. That means starting from the first index, the next increment is 5. So what is the next character after 5? After 5 increments starting from this location, the first character from the beginning of the file you are going to get is 1. Next, second, third, fourth, and fifth. After 5, what is the next character you are getting? 1. Are you understanding? I repeat, you are going from the beginning of the string till the end of the string. Why? Because you have not specified the beginning index and last index, but you have specified the step. Step is 5. So the beginning index is 1. After this, the step has to be incremented by 5. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the fifth location, what you are getting? 1 here. That means first you will be getting 1. After 5 increments, again you are going to get 1. From here, again, if you are incrementing the 5 times, again you are going to get 1. And after this, again you are going to get 1. And after 5 increments, again you are going to get 1. So can you guess what would be the output? Look at this. How did you get the output? I am starting from the beginning of the string 1. I am moving to the 5 steps ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth one is again 1. From here again I am moving 5 steps ahead. In the fifth location I have another 1. From this again I am going 5 steps ahead. Again I am getting 1. Like this, how long you need to go? Up to the ending of the string. So that is the reason I am getting all ones here. Is it clear? Now similar to that, see the another one. It is similar to the previous one only. The only difference is I have specified the starting index. Previously I have not specified the starting index. That is the reason it has started from 0. Now I am specifying the fourth index. See the what is the fourth index in this string? Here this is the 0th index, first index, this is second index, third index, fourth index. That means you have to start from the fourth index. From the fourth index onwards, how many steps you need to move? 5 steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the fifth one? Again 5. From fifth again you need to move 5 steps ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again you are going to get this. How long you need to go? Since you have not specified the last index, you have to go till the end of the string. So what would be the output you are going to get? Can you tell me? Yes, fives. Okay. So these are the slicing operations that can be performed on the strings, and these slice operations are similar to the operations that you have performed on lists. In the previous classes, you have learned strings. Now there are certain functions that are exclusively used to perform the operations only on the strings, right? So for the I am taking the one more string variable. Previously we have seen one string Vishakhapatnam S, another string S1, which consisting of all the characters of digits, and the third string I am going to show you S2. Shall I increase the font of the screen so that those people who are using mobiles will be good? Is it okay now? Okay. Now look at this. I'm taking one more string S2. This is the string which consisting of alphabets, special symbols, spaces, and the question mark also. Okay, all these together a string. A string can be not only the characters, a string can also contain special characters, it can also contain numbers. Now see this, there is one method called capitalize. I have listed out some set of functions in the slide presentation, and those are all the functions here I am going to use. Capitalize function is used to capitalize the given string. Capitalize means it is not all the characters in the strings will be capitalized. It is the only the first character in the given string. Look at this. What is the string? Hello, how are you? All are small letters only, lowercase letters only. Look at this. What is S2? S2 is a string dot capitalize method. That string is S2, this value. Now I am running this. One second, I am checking whether I have lost the connection. Okay. Can you guess what is the kind of error you are getting? Name S2 is not defined. What is the meaning of this? I have not executed the cell S2 equal to hello, how are you? Without executing this cell, you won't get any value into the S2, but you are using the value variable S2. So to avoid this error, what I have to do? First of all, I have to execute this statement. First, I am going to execute this. Right, I have executed. Now I am going to execute this one. What is the difference between the S2 string and the string that is obtained after performing the capitalize? What is the purpose of capitalize? The first character in the given string will be capitalized. only the first character H. See the another example, lower. Here you need to observe two things. One is what are the names of the functions. Other one is how it is used. All those functions are used by specifying the name of the string or variable of the string. String name dot method name. Here I am taking the one string directly instead of having the variable. Previously I am declared the one variable and variable dot method name. This time I am not using the variable, I am using the string itself. GVPCE Vizag. This is the string, that is the reason it is specified within the double quotes dot lower. That means irrespective of the casing, whether it is the lower case or uppercase, all the letters will be converted into the lower case. Look at this. Swap case. What is the meaning of swapping? If it is the uppercase letter, it will be converted into the lower case. If it is the lower case, it will be converted into the uppercase. Look at this. So G capital is converted into the small, and G small here, V small here is converted into the V capital here. Vice versa. Okay, this is the swap case. Okay. The next one is title. Title converts the target string to the title case. So this is also called as a camel casing. And if you see the string consisting of 4 words. One is the, other one is sun, other one is also, another one is rises. What the title method will do is, it will be converting the first letter of each and every word in a given string into the uppercase letters. I repeat, the title will be converting the first letter of each word in the string into the uppercase letter. See the output. So the first word here is the, T is capital. The second word sun, S is capital. The third word also A is capital. The fourth word rises, R is capital. Once again, capitalize means only the first character will be converted into the capital letter, whereas lower method is used to convert all of them into the lowercase letters. Swap case is vice versa. Uppercase will be converted into the lowercase. Lowercase is converted into the uppercase. Title is, if you want to convert the first letter of each and every word in a given string to uppercase letters, that you can use this. I think you know what is the output that you are going to get. All of them will be into the uppercase. Right? Now these are the simple methods that are there. But look at this. These are the some other important methods that we are going to use in most of our programmings. Look at this. C, count. See the syntax of the count. The count method is taking the 3 parameters. The first parameter is one string. This is the one. The second, the next 2 parameters are optional. Optional in the sense, if you want, you can use it. Otherwise, no issue. What the purpose of the count method is, count the occurrences of a substring in a given string. That means this is the substring double O. This is the substring, and you want to check how many number of times this substring is present in the main string. So the main string is this one, full good moon. This is the one string. How many characters are there in the main string? This is 4, this is 4, and this is 4, including 2 spaces. 12 plus 2, 14. That means the length of the string is 14. Just for this count method, we are not bothering about the length of the string. Just for the time being, I'm telling to you. What you are doing in this main string, you are finding out the substring, how many number of times it has occurred. Look at this. In this string, this is first time, this is second time, and this is the third time. This is one string. There you have the count of double O 3 times. Here I have specified only the substring, but I have not specified the starting index and ending index. If you run this, so OO is occurred 3 times in a string. And the another variation of the count method is you are specifying the limits. That means you are specifying the starting index and ending index. Within that range only, you need to specify how many number of times that over has occurred. Now see the from 0 to 10 means 0 is starting from F, up to L it is 4, this is space is 5, next 4 is 9, and this. That means from 0 to 10 this is the string. Full space, good space. Now within that you want to know how many number of times wo has occurred. How many times? 2 times. Look at this. Did you get the difference between the previous one and this one? Here we have not specified the range, and here we have specified the range. This is optional. If you want, you can specify the starting and ending indexes. Okay. I hope everybody are following. These are the simple things. If I show you all these things simply by showing the slides, you people may not understood. That is the reason I have taken all these things in the Jupyter notebook and I'm showing you the execution. Okay. Now see the another method, ends with. Ends with is a method if the substring is ending with uh, if this string is ending with this particular string, then it will returns the true, otherwise it will returns the false. Look at this, it is also similar to the previous one, only it is taking the 3 parameters. First one is the string, substring, and the other two are optional. See this one, full moon, full good moon. This is ending with moon or not? This string is ending with the moon. So ends with function will returns true. Look at this. Now see there another one, the same string, the same ends with function, the same substring also, but I'm specifying the starting index and ending index. That means you are going to look for this substring in the main string starting from the 0th to 10 characters. From 0th to 10 characters, this is the string that you are going to get. Full space, good space. Whether this selected string is ending with moon? No. So that is the reason this will gives you the false. Okay. So these are the some of the strings. Uh, built-in or already predefined strings that are available in Python. Did you understand all these functions, or do you have any doubts in these functions? So if you do not have any doubts with these string functions, then I'll be moving to the another set of string functions, which will we are going to use frequently with our programming. Okay. Okay, these are the another set of strings. Look at this. I'm taking 3 strings, string 1, string 2, and string 3. String 1 value is corona is a dangerous disease, and the string 2 is be stay at home, and the string 3 is happy learning. And in addition to those, I'm taking the 2 variables v1 and v2, and v1 is of integer type taking the value 20, and v2 is of float type taking the value 30. Now I want to perform the operations on these strings. So first of all, I need to run this cell so that these values will be stored into these variables. Right? I have executed this. Now see this. I am going to print the length of the string. For displaying the length of the string, what is the function we have seen? Length function, len of string 1. Now, in addition to this, we are going to see one more function called format. Look at this. I'm using the format method. Observe this. The format is a method. This is the opening brace of the format and this is the closing brace. Now tell me how many parameters this format method is taking. Two parameters separated by comma. Length of string 1 is one parameter, length of string 2 is another parameter. Here I am going to introduce you the format function. The purpose of format method, see the method takes unlimited number of arguments. That means you can pass any number of arguments here. In our example, I am passing only two parameters. And what is the purpose of this? Those are the placeholders. Placeholders means, see this. This is called as a placeholder. And this is called as a placeholder. And in this place, you need to specify some value. The value will be specified by using the format function. It will be similar to the print function in C language. I'll be writing one similar print function in C language. Look at this. Uh, printf percentage d okay, addition of percentage d and percentage d is percentage d, comma, the first percentage d corresponds to a, the second corresponding percentage d corresponds to b, and the next percentage d corresponds to a plus b. You need to declare ABC variables in advance. Did you understand? So here the percentage D is a placeholder. That means instead of percentage D, you are going to get one value. And in this percentage D, you are going to get value. In this place, you are going to get one value. This first percentage D corresponds to the first parameter, that is A. The second percentage D corresponds to second percentage D corresponds to B. And the third percentage D corresponds to A plus B. So these are called as a placeholders. The similar kind of thing if you want to represent in Python, for that we are using the format function. Look at this. Lengths of string 1 are, this is the placeholder, and this can be filled by using the format function. The first parameter we are passing is length of string 1. That means in this place you are going to get string 1 length, and the second placeholder here you are going to get is length of string 2. Are you understanding? So see the output. So length of the string 1 is 29. That means in this place you are getting the length of the string 29, and in this place you are getting the length of the string as 2 as 15. How did you get? That is done by using the format function. Here I have specified only two placeholders. That is the reason the format method is taking the only two parameters. The corresponding value is length of string 1, and the second placeholder value is length of string 2. So by looking at this, you'll be more clear. I'm taking the three variables, quantity equal to 3, the item is pastries, and the price is 150. Now I'm creating one string like this. I want placeholder, I want dash pieces of dash for dash rupees. Now I want to display the values here. How do I do this? If you see any of the string functions are used with the string dot. What is the name of the string? My order dot format of. The first placeholder in this string, what is the first placeholder? Quantity. The second placeholder is item, and the third placeholder value I am replacing with price. So the output will be like this. I want, you are getting as it is. In the first placeholder, you are going to the format function. This is represented with quantity. The first, what is the quantity here? 3. That is the reason I want 3. Next, the remaining one, pieces of. You are getting the same output here. The next placeholder, second placeholder, you are representing with the second parameter, item. What is the item value here? Pastries. Next, 4. The third placeholder is price, rupees. So I am getting the output like this. I want 3 pieces of pastries for 150 rupees. Now, did you understand the purpose of format function? Okay. This format function most of the times you will be using in the regular programming. Instead of displaying everything, concatenating with the strings and appending values, this is the convenient method. Wherever you want to display the value, you put these curling braces, and at the end of that one, you have to specify dot format of what are the placeholder variables that you can specify here. And in the previous cases, we have discussed very small basic functions. And these are all the functions that we are going to use most frequently. And if you remember, in the slides, at the beginning of the slides, I have shown you the string operators. One is plus operator, and the second one is star operator, and the third one in and not in operators. I told you that I am going to describe with the help of an example. Look at this. In will returns true if the left side part is there in the right side part, right? What is the left side string? Is. If this is in this string, then in will returns true. If this string is not there in this string, then in will return false. See, is one string. You want to check whether this particular substring is there in the string 1 or not. What is our string 1? This one. Corona is a dangerous disease. You see whether is available or not. Look at this. At 2 locations, is available. This is one location, and the second location is this one. Now, what this will return true? Is available or not? It is there. So this one will return true, and not in. What is the purpose of not in? When it will returns true, if this is not there in this one, then not in will returns true. If EA are not there in str1, it will returns true. See this, is EAR is available here in string 1. EAR is not there. Since we are using the not in operator, it is showing you true. Look at this. True. ER is not available in string 1, so that is the returning true. I'll show you one more thing. Same thing I want to check. What is our string 3? Happy learning. Now in the happy learning, ER is there or not? It is there. Now what I want to check, EA or not in S3. Can you tell me what would be the output of the third statement? Whether it will returns true or false. Here or not in str3. str3 is hello happy learning, right? Happy learning, in the happy learning EER is there. What it is asking, not in. Not in means it will returns false. If it is in, it will returns true. Why? Because ER is there. If it is not in, though ER is there, it is telling that it is not in. That is the reason it is returning false. Did you understand? Not in returns true if this is not there in this one. Not in returns false if it is there in string 3. Now why it is returning false? ER is there in string 3. That is the reason it is returning false. Why? Because we are using the not in. Okay. I hope you understood. Now coming to the another one. This we have already seen. Star. Can you guess output of this one? What is string 3? Happy learning. How many times it will be displayed? 3 times. Happy learning, happy learning, and happy learning. 3 times. See this one, the first time the string is this one, first time, and in the first string itself we have the space, and the second string immediately will be concatenated with the first string. So that is the reason there is no space. After the first string, again you are getting the second string. Immediately after the second string, you are getting the third one. All these 3 together, it is one string. There are other type of string functions. Is alpha. What is the meaning of alpha? Alphabet. If all the characters in the given string are alphabets, then is alpha will return true. So all these 6 characters are alphabets. That is the reason is alpha method is returning true. Okay. Then what about this? It is the combination of alphabets and numerics. When this function will return true if all of them are alphabets, but all of them are not alphabets. Only the first 3 characters are alphabets. The next 3 characters are digits. In this case, is alpha function will return false. Now, similar to that, each digit will return true if all the digits in this string are numbers. Look at this 1 2 3 are digits. That is the reason it is returning true, and this one will return false. Why? Because along with the digits you have alphabets. uh, there is one more method called is identifier. What is the meaning of identifier? We have learned in C language, identifiers are the names that are given to the variables, right? There are some kinds of rules that we need to follow for declaring the variables. Each and every variable should start with an alphabet, and it should not contain any special symbols, and it should not start with any digits. Those are called as valid identifiers or valid variables. Now see this. You want to check whether this is a valid identifier or not. Full 32. Is it a valid identifier? Why? Because it is a variable which starts with alphabet. You can have numbers also. So is identifier will return true here. Now what about this? Is it a valid identifier? False. Why it is not valid identifier? Can anybody give the answer for this? It is similar to this one only, but this time it is returning false. Can you tell me? Yeah, correct answer. Why? Because it should not start with digits or special symbols. Can you guess what would be the output of this? For this one, false. Why? Because why it is giving the false? Yeah, it should not contain any special symbols, but it is having the special symbol. Now similar to that, is lower. Is lower method will return true if all the alphabets are lowercase letters, and in this case you'll be getting true. Similar to that, is upper also is available. You can check it. And Z fill. Can anyone guess the output of this? Anybody can guess what would be the output? Z fill. If I give you the clue, definitely you people will answer. 42 dot Z fill of 5. Yeah, Z stands for zeros. Z stands for zeros. Now, uh, full base, ball base. No, this is the not correct output. Z fill means zero fill. What is the string here? 42. How many is, what is the length of the string here? 42? 2. Now, zero fill of 5 means you need to make the string length as 5 by filling the zeros. You need to make the string of length 5 by filling the zeros. No, 4 to 000, it is not correct. You need to add zeros to the left side of the string. See the output. Okay, and if you observe, this is not the numerical value, this is a string, zero fill. Okay, these are the basic functions. Now we'll see another important function called partition, and you observe the comment lines which I have specified. You observe clearly the partition method which takes one parameter. The parameter is called as a separator. That means the entire string will be partitioned into the substrings based upon the given separator. The separator can be either space, or the separator could be the comma, the separator could be hash symbol, any symbol, and based upon that separator you are going to partition the given string into the substrings, right? uh, Now the output of this partition is a tuple. Yesterday's class, tuples was discussed, right? How do you represent the tuples? By using these kind of braces, the braces which you are using here, like this. You are using these kinds of braces to represent the tuples. Now the tuple consisting of three parts. The first part is the separator, the portion of the string that is followed by the first occurrence of the string. So this one partition splits the first occurrence of the string based upon the separator. The second part of the tuple is the separator itself, and the third part of the string is the remaining part. So if you see the example, you can easily understand. Look at this, don't worry. Even though if you have not understood this, I'll explain after getting the output of this particular method. What is the name of the string? Full dot boss. This is the string, uh, and you want to partition this string based upon the separator dot. That means it will be starting from the beginning of the string. It will be going to the next character until you got the separator. So you are starting from F, O, O, L. After that you got the separator. So up to this, it will be partitioning this into the one string. After partitioning, again it will be starting for another one. Still you are getting the next dot, then it will be divided into the another substring. See this? But similar to this one, you have one more method called as a split. I'll be comparing the split method with the partition method once we go to that particular method. But for the time being, partition method returns a tuple consisting of three parts. The first part is the substring. That substring is obtained up to the first occurrence of the separator. The second part is the separator itself, and the third part is the remaining string. I'll execute, see the output. What is the output of partition method? It is a tuple. See this one. In tuple, how many items are there? Three items. One is this one, which is represented in the single quotes. The next item is separated by the comma here. The second item is another substring, and the third item is another substring which is represented here. Once again, see this. The partition method splits the string into the three parts, which is of the tuple type, three-part tuple type, and the first part consisting of the string up to the first occurrence of the separator. What is the first occurrence of the separator? Here in the string. Up to this, the first part is this one. So the first part of the partition method in the tuple is this string. What is the second part of the partition method? It is the separator itself. What is the separator that we have specified? Dot. That is the second part of the tuple. What is the third part? The remaining portion of the string. The remaining portion of the string after the first separator is boss. So that is the reason it is boss. Did you understand? So though it is not clear, we'll go to the second example so that it will be clear to you. I'll execute this. Now observe this. Uh, so somebody are asking about zero fill. Once I go to the previous method, zero fill method is used to padding zeros to the given string. Here by default, we are padding zeros to the left side part of the string. Now here, see this, what is the string here? 42. For this, we are padding the zeros. How many zeros you need to pad? So that the string length will become 5. So earlier you have a string 42, which is of length 2. Now what you are doing, you are padding zeros to the given string to the left side. And how many zeros you need to pad to make the given string to the 5? 3 zeros. So that you are going to get the string 3 zeros, including 4 2, you are going to get the string length of 5. Now is it clear? Zero fill. Okay, center method. Somebody are asking about center method. What the center method will be doing is, it will be giving you the, uh, suppose if you are having a string, the center part of the string will be given. Suppose if you have two spaces and a string, and after that some spaces are there. And in that case, the center method will be returning you by removing the spaces to the left side and right side, and it will be giving you the center part of the string. Okay. Now coming to the partition method. Partition method, you see, what is the string here? This is the string. Full, two at the rate symbols, boss, two at the rate symbols, base. This is the string. Now you want to partition the given string based upon the separator, two at the rate symbols. But see, that's how it will be separated. Partition method, it will returns a tuple consisting of three parts. What is the, here this is the tuple which consisting of three parts. What is the first part? First part is the string that you are going to get up to the first occurrence of the separator. You are going from the beginning of the string F O O L. Now you got the first occurrence of the string. Up to the first occurrence of the string, what is the string you got? Full. So that is the first part of the tuple. What is the second part of the tuple? What is the separator that you have given? That is the second part. Second part of the tuple is separator. And the third part is, after the separator, first occurrence of the separator, what is the remaining string? After the first separator, what is the remaining string? Boss, two at the rate symbols, and base. That is the third one. Once again, I repeat, partition method will return a tuple which consisting of three parts. The first part is the string up to the first occurrence of the separator. This is the one. The second part is the separator itself, and the third part is the remaining string after the separator. Is it clear? Now look at this. Now for the same string, I am going to partition the string based upon the hash symbol. Now first I'll be showing you the output. Look at this. If the separator is there, then you are going to divide this string into the based upon the separator. If the separator is not there, it will be going from the beginning of the string, it will be going till the end. In each and every next character, it will be looking for whether the separator is there or not. If it is there, before the separator, it will be making as a substring, and you are going to get as the first part. But here in the partition method, this hash symbol, this separator is not there in the given string. That is the reason the entire thing will be given as one string. Why? Because there is no separator. In the separator, in the second parameter, if there is, if this separator is not there, then the second parameter you are going to get is empty. And the third parameter is also empty. Why? Because you have already taken this entire thing as one separator. There is no second separator here. Partition method, I'll conclude. If it is separator is available, the tuple consisting of three parts, the up to the first part of the string, the second part is the separator, and the third part is the remaining string. In the second case, if this separator is not there in the string, that entire string will be taken as the first part of the tuple. And the second part, instead of this separator, you won't get any separator here. And the third part is also empty. Why? Because already you have partitioned the entire string as the first one. There are no remaining partitions. So that is the reason these two are empty. The only difference between this one and this one is only the separator part. The separator part will be represented if it is available here. If it is not available, represented like this. Is it clear? Only somebody are asking, only it divides into the three substrings. Yes. Uh, Partition method will be divided into the only three substrings. Yes, partition method, the output you are going to get only three substrings. And I told you, similar to the partition method, you have one more method called as split. I am going to explain that. Okay. Now, look at this. There are two important functions. One is called ORD. What is the purpose of this function? Converts a character into an integer. Observe, ORD function converts a character. That means ORD function, what is the parameter it will take? It will take a single character, not a string, into an integer. And what is the CHR? What it will be doing? It will be converting an integer into a character. It will be converting an integer into a character. Observe this. What I am doing here by using the ORD function, I want to convert this small a into a number, and again I want to convert capital A into a number, right? Now, what is the equivalent value number for this small a? Can anybody have a guess? Yeah, ASCII values. So ORD function, what it is doing is, if you are given a character, the corresponding ASCII value will be returned by a, by that ORD function. Okay, what is the purpose of type? The type of the value or the type of the variable will be specified by using the type function. Okay, first I'll execute this, and based upon the output I'm going to explain this. Look at this. What is the ASCII value for small a? It is 97. And what is the ASCII value for capital A? It is 65. Okay, that is the reason you got this output. Next, I'm going to specify the uh, type of A. What is the type of A here? It is a string type. And now see this. Here I have specified the type for not A. It is the ORD of A. You observe here, I am specifying the type of ORD of A. What is ORD of A? A is a character. Order of A means you are getting the value. It is 97. Type of 97 is integer. So type of order of A is giving you integer. And if you observe the second statement, I am taking the type of A as well as type of odd A. Type of A is the string type. Type of order is nothing but the ASCII value of A is of integer type. Similarly, if you remember, we have taken two variables in the beginning, V1 and V2. V1 is taking the value 20 and V2 is taking the value 30.3. Um, See this, V1 and V2. What is V1? 20 and type of CHR of V. Now what is V1 20? That integer value I am converting into the character. See this one, CHR function converts an integer to the character. Now I am not displaying the character, I am displaying the type of the character. Now if I display the only the character of V1, what do you get? I am also writing this. What is the purpose of CHR function? Converts the given number into the character. What do you get? The equivalent character of the ASCII value 20 will be written here. Are you understanding? I run this. I think it is space. I'll take one more value here. I'll take the value of as 21. Why? Because 20 is the ASCII value for space. That space it is displaying that, but you are unable to see the space. Now I'm executing this. So now V1 will take the value 21. Now see this one. 21, it is taking the another unprintable character. I'll take one more value, 39. See this. I'm taking the V1 as 39 and the type of character of V1. That means this 39 ASCII value is converted into the corresponding character, that is this one. That is the reason I am printing it here, and the corresponding type is string. Did you understand? Previous 20, 21, those are not printable characters, like tab maybe 21. Did you understand this? Okay, somebody are telling CHR of V1 30.3 you won't get for float numbers. See this, CHR is converting an integer value to character. Here if you take CHR of V2, observe this, CHR, it will take only the integer values as parameters and it will be converted into the characters. But 30.3 is a float value. There is no corresponding ASCII value for this. See this one. This time I am changing the CHR to V2. This time you will be getting an error. Look at this. Look at this. For the first two statement, you got output, that is 97, 65 and class. But for the third statement, you are getting an error because see this error. The error is occurred at the third line. What is the error? Integer argument expected but got float. The meaning of this one is CHR function accepts only the integer values, but you have provided the float value. Did you understand? Okay. Previously, we have seen the partition method. What is the limitation with the partition method? It will return a data type as tuple, but the data type consisting of only the three parts, right? only the first part and the separator and the remaining part of the string. But I don't want to do like that. Based upon the separator which I am specifying, it has to divide the entire string into those many number of substrings. Okay. So first I'll show you here. Here the split method, I have not specified any separator. If we have not specified any separator, by default it will be taking the space. Look at this. I am applying the split method for which string? str1. What is str1 here? This is the entire string. Corona is a dangerous disease. Now, this string I want to split into the substrings. What is the separator here? For the split method, I have not specified any separator. By default, the separator is space. Now, if I am using that, what will happen? It will be going to the beginning of the string. It will see, and here you got separator space after corona word. So this one will becomes the one substring. Again after separator, again it will be reading the two more characters. After that again you got one more separator space. Then this will become the another substring. After this one another separator. After reading all the characters again, if you got another separator space, then up to this is the another separator, another substring. Look at this. And in the partition method, what is the return type? It is a tuple, but split method will returns a list. Look at this. Split method splits the string at the specified separator and returns a list. Look at this. What are the substrings? Corona is one substring, ease is another substring, A is another substring, dangerous is another substring, this one. All the substrings are placed in the list. List is represented with the rectangular braces. Is it clear? The split, we have not specified any separator. That is the reason by default it is taking the space as a separator. I'll show you some more methods by using split here. And the split method will also take the maximum number of splits that you want to do. Look at this. What is my string? This is my program. This is one string. And this string is having the some special characters, comma. Now what I want to do is I want to split this string based upon comma space. Look at this. This is the separator I have specified. How many splits I want to perform? 0 splits. That means I don't want to split that entire string. That means the entire string you are going to get as output. That means we are going to get 0 strings, 0 splits. The second one, split. This is the separator. What are the maximum number of splits based upon the comma? So whenever you are going to split any string, you have to go from the beginning of the string. You have to take all the characters in the string until you are getting the separator. Once you got the separator, all the previous characters will be part of the substring. Now after this separator, now you are again starting from the another character, and here again you got the separator. Now this one will become like this. This is the third string, and this is the, here we are dividing the string based upon the separator comma, and you can also specify the maximum number of splits. And first time I am splitting the string into the 0 splits, next time maximum of 4 splits, next time maximum of 1 split. If you see the output, then you can easily understand. Though output looks same, but all these three are different outputs. Now if you observe clearly, a string is represented within the single quotes. I think everybody knows that. Now tell me, in the first output, how many strings are there? Only one string. See this. Entire thing will be specified in one single quote. That means you have how many number of maximum splits you have specified in the first print statement? 0. That is the reason there is no split. Entire thing you are getting as output. The second one, how many splits you are performing? Maximum of 4 splits. But how many commas are there? 3 commas. The first string before first split, this is the string that you have obtained. Look at this. This is the comma before first split. This is the first string. Second split, this is another word. Third split is another word. And there is no fourth split, right? The maximum you can have 4, but in the string, you can split the string into the only maximum, you can split only 3. Why? Because there are only 3 separators are there. And third time, how many splits? Only 1 split. Now you are going from the beginning of the string. First time if you got comma, the first part is the string and the remaining strings with this. This entire part is specified within the single quotes. There is only 1 split here. So that is the reason you are specifying here. And what you need to observe in this example is, if you want to split a given string into the substrings, then you can use the split method. Depending upon the separator, how many number of splits you have, those many number of splits you can get in the form of a list. Um, and you can also restrict the number of splits like this. So first case, there is 0 splits. That is the reason entire string you are getting as 1 output. This tuple, this list consisting of only 1 element. Observe this. This entire list consisting of only 1 element. The second case, maximum splits 4, but within the string, with the string, you can have only maximum of 3 splits. The first split is here, first string. The second split is second string. The third split is this one. There is no fourth split. After this, you are getting the another one. In the third output, you have specified only 1 split. That is the reason after comma, the remaining part of the string is this one. That means there are only 2 strings in this list. Did you understand the split method? So split is the most frequently used method in the Python programming. Most of the times, if you are given with the string and if you want to perform, you want to divide that into the substrings. And if you have idea about Java programming language, I think some of you people might have studied Java language. There you might have seen one function called string tokenizer in Java. What is the purpose of string tokenizer? It will be dividing the given string into the number of substrings based upon the delimiter. Here also the same thing. And somebody asked a doubt like, sir, partition method converts the string into the tuples and split the method converts into the lists. Yes, that is correct. And one more thing is, you can have maximum of 3 partitions in the partition method. You can have maximum of 3 substrings you are going to get in partition method, but here you can have all the substrings based upon the delimiter in the list. Most frequently used data structures among those 4. What are those 4? One is lists, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. I think the first 3 were covered, lists, tuples, and dictionaries. Sets also similar to that, but there are small differences between those 4 data structures. In my last slide, I am going to show you that one. Right? Did you understand splits? Now coming to the other one, count method. Previously we have already seen the count method. Count method will return how many number of times this particular substring has occurred in the main string. According to that, this is the one. And see the index. Index method. Suppose in string 1, I want to know the occurrence of the I. Look at this. This is the index syntax of the index method, string.index, which substring you want to find out the index. And you can also specify the optional parameters from beginning index to the ending index within that range if you want to know the index of that. That is the third method. And there is one more thing called R-index. Look at this. I'm going to execute this. See this. The first one, str1 dot index of I. What is str of 1? Corona is a dangerous disease. Here I is available. I is available in which location? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is space, 7 is I. Right? So for the first one, you are getting the output as 7. For the first print statement, you are getting the index of I as 7. And for this one, look at this str2 of or index of I. R index is nothing but the right index. Right index means the last index that is there in the given string. Index means by default you are going to the first occurrence of I. R index means you are going to get the last occurrence of I. Now we are looking for R index in which string? str2. Look at this. str2 in the string 2, do you have any character with the name I? No. So that is the reason you are getting an error here. The index method will returns an error if this particular index is not available. And str2 index I is not there. That is the reason you are getting an error here. And here the third one also, index of I within between the range. If you want to use, then you can use this. If it is available, then it will be giving you the index. Otherwise, it will be giving you the error in the index method. Did you understand? Index method is used to find out the index of a particular character or particular substring. Similar to the index, there is one method called find. Both index and find method will be performing the same things. The only thing is index method will returns an error like this if this particular character or substring is not there in the given string, but the find method will return -1. It won't return any error. It returns the -1 if this substring is not available in the main string. I'll run this. Is there in the first string at this location 7. Look at this. Is there at this location 7 in the string 1. That is the reason index means you are getting the 7. And in the second statement, I have used the R index. R index means the last occurrence of the is. The last occurrence of is here. So that index, it is showing some location. Look at this. R find is at the 23rd location. You have the last occurrence of is. And str2 dot find of AB. We go to the string 2. In string 2, do you have AB here? No. So if AB is not there, what the find method is doing? It is returning the -1. If you compare this find method with this index method, both the purpose is same. In the index method, if this particular substring is not there, it will return an error, whereas find method, it will return the -1. That is the only difference, except that everything is same. Like R index, we have R find, the last occurrence of that particular substring. That is about find and index. And there is one more important method is called as a join method. Are you people are following? If you have any doubts in any of those previous methods, you can ask me. We came to an end of strings. And if I discuss this join method, almost will be finishing the strings. Look at this. Join method, which is used to join the elements of the list. Look at this. I am taking the two lists. One is my list 1, another list is my list 2. I am taking the two lists here. Now what I am doing, I am using the join method with my list. Now in the list elements are this one is one element, two is another element, three is another element, four is another element. What I am doing is I am going to join all the elements of the list by using this separate by using this uh, character. And remember, the join method will always returns string. The join method will always returns a string. Now what I am going to get after executing this statement is I am going to join all the elements of the my list one by using the comma. The second print statement, the same my list I am going my list one I am going to join with space. In the third case, I am going to join my list 2 with colon symbol. In all these three cases, we are going to get three strings. Join method will always return a string. Look at this. I'm executing. If you see the output, you can understand. What you are doing, you are taking the first one. For that, you are joining comma. After that, the second element. For that, you are joining the second element. After that, comma. Again, you are joining the third element. After that, comma, like this. Now, this is entire this entire output is one string. Are you understanding? This is a string which consisting of these characters. This is the output of the first statement. The second statement is we are joining all the elements of the list by using the space. The first element joined with space, second element joined with space, third element joined with space, next. And this is the entire string. Now for the third statement, what you are doing, you are joining all the elements of the second list by using the colon. So first element, you are joining with the colon, next second element, you are joining with the colon, third element. Now I told you the return type of the join method is string. So that is the reason, see this, I am specifying the type of join method is string, right? The split already I have explained. So this is all about strings in Java language, sorry, Python language. And this is all about strings. If you people are having any doubts, you can ask me. I think most of you people have understood. For some of you, I have clarified the doubts. And if you people practice, then only you will be having, if you have any doubts, then you will only having the clarity. If you do not have any doubts, the strings, then I'll continue with the one more topic. If we want to give the space between the happy learning in the output, what will be the input, sir? Can you give me what kind of output that you are expecting happy learning? Happy learning is a string. By default, in between those two strings, a space is there. You are asking, Ajay, you are asking the doubt regarding this one only, join, or you are talking about some other thing? Here I've already told you joining by using the space. See here, these are the some elements they have joined with the spaces. Is it the one that you are asking, Ajay? The third statement of the second statement of the join method. See this one. I'll show you that. I'll take. I'm taking the L1 is a list. One I am taking happy, and the second element as learning. Now I want to join. Think I want to join that. I am giving the space dot join of L1. Okay, now see this. We are getting the happy learning. Now instead of space, I want to give colon. Now you are getting another string. Suppose I'm giving one more string. That means each and every element you are joining with this separator and you are going to form a string. Instead of that, if you want to perform space, then you can go with this one. 1 second. So this is all about strings. So I thought to cover exception handling also, but because of shortage of time, I could not be able to do so. And if you have any doubts, you can contact me through my email ID. And if you want me to discuss about exceptions also, we can have one more session. But for the strings, this is all about the strings. Now I am going to end this session. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.